What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Bunny Operator here. It's been a little while since I've done a long format video, but here we are. I wanted to talk about a product that I've been testing for my buddy over at DLC Solutions. And I've been running the original design for some time now, which is this one. And what it does is it replaces the barrel plug and the light cap that you normally see on Safariland holsters. The light cap is kind of useless, doesn't really do anything. But the barrel plug, you notice that the height of it varies depending on the model of holster you get, particularly for the Glock models. The Glock 17 and 34 holsters are identical, less the plug is different. So the 34 plug is going to be a little bit shorter. And what that does is it indexes off like that, but you're going to get a lot of play, especially when you say swap to a 19 and try to use the same holster, or in this case, if you try to put a 34 in, now that it won't fit because of the barrel plug here. Now, what the DLC Solutions original design was, it's designed to index off the light without a plug, and regardless of the size of the firearm you use, it will index properly. In this case here, it's a Glock 17. However, if we threw a Glock 34, it will still fit, or a Glock 19, it will still fit because the base is indexing off the light itself. This particular model is for the 17, so you can ignore that. The 34 version, the final version, will actually be flushed this way, and it will allow for the 34 to fit in. What I wanted to talk about today was his new design, since majority of my Glocks now are being experimenting with compensators. Now they're a little bit longer than 34, so they don't fit in the traditional Safariland holster. So I've been prototyping, or rather he's issued a prototype, and I've been testing his new design, which is designed for compensators. And what this allows me to do is, in addition to being able to holster the variations of Glock pistols that use X300s, that now I can also utilize a compensator. So if you notice, if we holster, it's nice and tight. There's minimal play. This play here is because I cut the inside of the Safariland holster to accommodate for TLR 1s, but I don't really use those anymore, so you can ignore that. But you notice here that the plug itself basically indexes off the light, and now there's plenty of clearance for the compensator. And you notice that the Multicam Tropic holster is the same thing. Locks in, minimal play, and of course it indexes. Now, again, it retains the use for the non-compensated pistols as well as Glock 19s and 34s. You see here, my original 17 locks in quite fine. Of course, now that there's a little bit more room for the compensator, there's a little bit more play, but it gives me more options. Now, what's interesting also is that, of course, CZs, this P10F, for example, here also fits into the holster. And granted, CZ P10s generally fit in Glock holsters for Safariland anyways. But what this does is, because the index is off the light, there's minimal play. These are still being prototyped right now. I'm still figuring some bugs out, and as well as the original plug. But I want you to look forward to it and check them out when they come out. I'll go ahead and link DLC Solutions down below. That's all I got for you today, folks. Just a quick video. Bunny Operator signing out.